panhandle up $20, hopefully. Will help pay for part of that fine. Hopefully, get a little bit more than that so I can get some gas. Nobody understands that I literally can't do all this stuff for myself, especially when I'm having to deal with predators. How the hell am I supposed to get anything done? And then you tell me it's my fault that they're predatory. And then you tell it's my fault. It's my fault. The time that got eaten up by people being predatory. But that's my fault too, and I should have been doing something else other than letting people do this stuff to me. You see how angry people get when I speak up. They get as angry as they want. When you do wrong shit, that's your decision. Not mine. Abused by law enforcement nationwide. They use the fact that law enforcement abused you in the last place as the excuse to abuse you here. Once somebody's been made a roll through, there ain't much left to life after that. Found something else I don't want going through a tire. I put it in my pocket because, well, there's no guarantee that the tire that thing goes through won't be mine. One of the manager ladies walked out. They were super quick. Crosswalk. Walked over to where I am. Went behind me and walked back to the store. Maybe she had to ask for something. Hello. Most people are alright with bad stuff happening as long as it's happening, but not happening to them. But they sure as hell don't like it back. You notice how I react nicer to people. And how they fucking flip the switch when they get any tiny bit of it they give. How dare their victims speak out? How dare they? The United States is an entirely ineffective country because whether or not you're innocent or guilty is dependent really entirely on what other people think. Not evidence. So I'm probably gonna do I'm gonna have to pick it up and put it in my pocket. I suppose while we're out here, hit these down. Let's play this one so we could learn something.
Has she told you she feels safe with you? That she feels totally at ease being herself with you? That she's never done any of these naughty things with anyone else? How do you tell if she's using you or if she's actually sincere? Well, we're going to explore the 7 sweet lies she might say if she's using you, including the 4-letter word that makes you putty in her hands. No, it's not love. Know that the male brain reacts more to positive stimuli than the female brain? Did you know that the female brain reacts more to negative stimuli than the male brain? Essentially, this means that men are more affected by positive experiences, like these 7 sweet lies, and women are more affected by negative experiences. The reason she tells these 7 sweet lies. So, if you've fallen prey to any of these 7 sweet lies, you're biologically wired to. It's not your fault. Whether you've just met, or you're dating, or you're in a relationship, these all lie. Wait, I love our conversations. Now that seems innocent enough, but if your conversations are only via text, or if you're older, only via phone call, then you might be just a placeholder for Chad, and she's just using you for attention in the meantime. If she never wants to get together, but she's willing to text with you or talk with you on her schedule, that could be a sign she's just using you. And of course, you mistake her engagement for interest, because what woman would be engaging if she's not interested? Remember, you're more biologically wired to respond to positive stimulus, especially if number 2 is involved. You're so, insert positive compliment here, you're so strong, you're so attractive, you're so sexy, you're so successful, you're so handsome, you're so generous. Okay, what man doesn't want to hear these things, right? So of course, bring activation, positive stimuli. But when a woman is only using you, she will pump up your ego just to get something. So you want to watch for an ask that comes shortly after the compliment. It might be right away, it might be a few days later or a few hours later. And I'm going to share with you how to spot the difference between genuine and using. So stick with me. It might be a purse she really wants but can't afford. It might be help with her bills that she should be able to pay on her own. It might be a fence that needs fixing. If there's always an ask attached to her compliment, then the fib is that the compliment is more a purpose of manipulation and using you than it is of truth for her. Because if she truly cares for you, she'll want to pump up your ego because it makes you happy. Because maybe you've done something nice for her without her asking you, not because she has a hidden agenda. And pay special attention. If she is focusing on things she knows are your hot buttons. For example, number 3, hot button of just about every man. You're an amazing lover. Now, what man doesn't want to feel like the king of the bedroom? Exactly. If she says you're the best lover she's ever had and the only man who's made her pray to God 3 times in a row, if you know what I mean, she could be using you. Again, pay attention for the ask. And the ask might not just be for something or some act of service. It might be asking for forgiveness for something she's done wrong that you know about or don't know about or is coming up. Hidden agenda. Selfish. Number 4. I love you. Okay, so there's a couple times a woman might use the I love you when it's not true, and it's actually not because she's using you. It might be, as I mentioned in another video, if you say it first and she feels awkward if she doesn't say it back, so she says it back, hoping that she's going to really feel that way down the road, or believing that she's going to feel that way down the road. She just hasn't caught up yet. So that's not using you. But if she says I love you because she's going to go in for something because of a selfish agenda, then yeah, she might be using you. Stick with me because I'm going to let you know how to find out if she really does love you. Now, even more sneaky than I love you is this little 4-letter doozy. You're my hero. Now, not very many women use that word anymore, but it is highly effective because who doesn't want to be a woman's hero as a man? Marvel banks on it. But if she's using these words to use you, watch for an ask, whether it's within a few hours or a few days. Now, because you stuck with me this long, I'm going to give you a bonus phrase that's not that sweet, and then I'll tell you how to know if she's being sincere. Bonus phrase. You don't care about me, or you don't love me. Meanwhile, you do care about her, and or you do love her, or it's way too soon in the relationship to be able to make those kind of declarations. But when she doesn't get her way, she throws out the old, you don't care about me, you don't love me. Ladies, knock it off. Now, if you do care about her and or love her, and you've proven that through actions in the relationship, then she might be using this phrase to use you. This fib comes out when you say no to her, when you set boundaries, or when you call her out on bad behavior. For example, let's say you're always picking up the tab at restaurants and she never gives back in any meaningful way. And no, it's not a meaningful exchange because, ladies, do you not like sex? If you don't, maybe it's number 3 and you're just lying to him to get your way. But let's say you do call her out on not chipping in or wanting you to buy her that expensive designer handbag, and she goes on this long diatribe of how she's working so hard and she's struggling financially, and you just don't understand. You don't care about me. You don't love me. Okay, that's a red flag. Because, lady, if you're working at Wendy's and you can't afford a designer handbag, don't be asking your man to pick up the tab on a designer handbag and chip in at Olive Garden once in a while. Would it kill you? And fellas, even if this is a financial situation, it is not your responsibility to pay, literally, for the choices she's made in the past. If she expects that, red flag. Now, if you tend to fall for losers or users, then you really need to get my Wake Up to Love program. Now, I won't go into a whole long thing, but if you're curious about that, I'll put a link where others who have taken the program have left a bunch of reviews. And as promised, if you want to know if she really does love you, then you're going to want to watch my video on how to know if she really loves you. And if you're experiencing many of these sweet little phrases and want to know if she's sincere, then there's more likely chance she's sincere if she's a keeper. Watch, she's a keeper if. Thanks for being here. God bless.
Hey, today I'm going to show you how to search anyone with just their phone number. Most people don't know this simple, yet powerful website exists. If you feel suspicious about a person in your life, you need to do this before it's too late. Just enter their phone number in this app and prepare to be shocked. I wish I knew about this tool sooner, so now I am warning as many people as possible to take my advice. Just click the link, enter their phone number, and brace yourself for what comes next. Learning the truth can be scary and uncomfortable, so please be prepared when using this tool. Informed Americans across the country are using this tool every day to protect themselves. Share this with everyone you care about, but especially your friends and family.
All right. All kind of stuff I usually listen to. You'd be surprised.
Footage showing a procession of Russian T-54 and T-55 tanks being transported via rail from the far eastern Primorsky Krai region in March 2023 has sparked widespread conjecture about their potential deployment to the Ukrainian front at the time. This region is home to the 1,295th Central Tank Reserve and Storage Base, where a significant number of Soviet-era armored vehicles are stored. This development follows the recent removal of T-62 tanks from reserve storage, with substantial quantities of this model having been deployed to Ukraine. As they are built for war, how viable and dangerous could the T-54...
Yeah. There's a log gentleman across the street. He's bouncing back and forth between the bus stop at the far end of the street, down there, and right over here. So I'm making sure I say something about it. People commit to some pretty odd behaviors. I make sure I pay attention. He's looking at me so much, I feel the need to go talk to him. But at the same time, you never know when that'll be some sort of a confrontation. So he was talking to the guy who does the cans over here. The guy with the cans looked at me, and then he went inside. Figure out his presence. On the bright side, I speak up everywhere I go. Obviously, it doesn't matter how good a person you are. What matters is who's popular and what's popular. Like them 7 lies. Of course, I work differently, don't I? I don't have to be sexually interested in you to help you out. I don't have any sort of expectations of that sort. But then again, that confuses the shit out of a lot of you. And for some of you, when the only thing that you have to really give is a portion of your anatomy that I'm not interested in, that weirds a lot of people out too. And obviously, with people always wanting to tell me, well, they want to give me advice, don't they? Hey, Sean, why don't you just move? Well, are you going to pay for it? Why don't you just get a P.O. box? All right, here's the thing, people. All this stuff that you guys want to tell me, like I'm too retarded to know I actually need those things. What you're not understanding is how many times I've had those things taken away from me before I could get all of it. Like having a mailbox and a house at the same time is great. Then I got to, of course, earn the internet access. Once I got internet access and a place, well, there's still no guarantee that the cops are going to do their jobs. Takes a friend or family member who gives a shit to get that going on when you're a homeless man. And it's the same for a lot of homeless women, too. Guys, got a little alien head. Now, for the most part, I'd assume everything that goes on over there is Safeway business, and it's related to my shit. If you want to awkwardly stare at me, move in multiple locations and still awkwardly stare at me, the first time, I kind of take notice, get no big thing. And then when I see it again, where do I supposed to? Did I get a booger massive enough hanging out my nose that you can see it from all the way over there? But, you know me, I try to be tactful. Also, sometimes you just wonder about the guy across the street. What's that guy's gig? What's his story? No. I was in Arapahoe County Jail. I drew some pictures in there to try to eat. I'm gonna cramp my hand up something fierce. Being a pork and garden stand exactly in my cards. first idea about anything to show up screaming, cursing, yelling, accusational. What's my first response? Try to be nice, diplomatic. How long have I been here? About 15. But I'm pretty thirsty. Then I take my stuff to the car. I got another walk too. My legs and my back are hurting like a motherfucker today, but so I'm gonna go back to my car to drop off my stuff. It's right across the street. I get to come back through because there's some pretty important stuff here, like food, something to drink. I'm thirsty. Alright. I didn't make a single penny. I should probably sit there longer, but I don't feel too good. I'm probably gonna get one of them. I don't even know. Maybe a 99 cent Arizona or something. Now that guy that yesterday, he was exceptionally bad. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I did not shoot him. I did not stab him. Hell, I didn't even spray him in the face with my pepper spray. These are not good. Any chunks of metal will go through a tire. I usually pick up. Anyway, I got this metal here that I use as a seat. Let me catch my breath. Shit hurts. I sat down on it earlier and my back popped. I was stuck crouched over for a minute. And no fun whatsoever. Alright. Back over to get myself something to drink. A lot of people don't like that I speak up about being bullied. That doesn't stop me from speaking up about being bullied. Getting your friends together and bullying me as a group does not get me to shut up about being bullied. I'll speak up about your whole group. And when you run like mules, and I got to deal with a fellow like I had to do this yesterday, well, I'm going to speak up about where that situation started and why. I didn't go looking for trouble. I just went going looking to turn in my soda bottles, soda cans. They're actually beer cans. But the guy pulled up across the street and asked me if I wanted his cans. I said, sure. I did get $2 worth of macaroni earlier. Come on. And I do have rolling papers. Okay. I was actually going to ask for a vacuum cleaner. That's all the flies are hanging out Oh, yes. Sorry, it's not day. Rushing in like cowards. Well, I won't bully you if you cry. You won't bully me when I cry. Oh, can I get a shirt? like it when people pour it right. Yeah. Sometimes I think stuff a couple of times and I expect that everybody automatically like absorbs it you on purpose. Then I end up with a cup that ends up showing all over the wall bottom. Oh my God, it's the Jimmy Club. I said, oh my God, it's the Jimmy Club. Yeah, they made clones of her and clones of Harriet.
Did you get your cream in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And also I need.
Maria and I.
Can you pour some out and add a little more cream?
So I have the cream and stuff that I use for it and
Okay. Just trying to avoid that. There you go.
Pure fruit, when they tell you it's hot.
I don't usually like pouring.
As well. Kind of make stuff out of it. I hope I don't have to deal with any bullies today because I don't like bullies back. I'm gonna go head out the other door though. I gotta deal with them pretty much every day. Then I go and wind on my YouTube channel and then I'll come in here and pretend like you people care. They can think I'm, so I'm not dedicated today. It's probably happen tomorrow too. But I'm not dedicated. We're doing all right.
Better than you. Yeah.
Except neither one of us won the lottery so far as I'm aware. That's not my business the other day.
Hello.
No, tough goddamn spitter right there. Ooh, I'll fucking take it. Sorry I'm slow, and thank you for being a gentleman. I chugged one whole coffee already. Does caffeine help with my back pain? No. Sometimes it kind of makes the pin prickly feeling, like when the bottom of your foot goes to sleep, but not the numb. It just, you can't feel it kind of sleep, but the one where it feels like it's getting stabbed with pins and needles. People got lots of ideas for the Sean they remembered me to be. All the way back in 2015. And I've had to deal with people who are not a part of my life, or very little and very rarely ever take any interest in my life. And if they do, I had to fight hard for it. Had to fight hard for positive attention. Just nuts. Now, I haven't seen some of the people that I was hoping were going to help me. I'm still hoping they're all right, though. Hoping they didn't get their vehicles towed. I hope Travis is all right. I hope Gabby's all right. I hope Charlie's all right. I hope Tiffany's all right. I hope Scott's all right. And of course, I hope Ashley's all right. I don't want people getting hurt, but I don't want them hurting each other either. And I can't just sit back and watch y'all hurt each other. You don't try to understand how detrimental that is to someone's mental health. I can't function. It doesn't mean I'm not trying. You can see I'm making an effort. You just don't understand why I'm not doing what you want right when you want it, every time you want me to do it. You don't understand why the shit works for you but not for me. Or you think you've diagnosed the problem without taking a look. Now, those of you who want to say I'm the problem, oh, you're right in part. In part. Yeah, I'm different. It's not my choice to be as different as I am on everything. Most people are too cowardly to speak up and say things like they are. A lot of people are angry that I speak up when people do fucked up shit to me. Or that, well, goddamn, heaven forbid I should ever say those things back to somebody. You want to go looking for excuses to be a douchebag, that's on you. Just don't pick me, or anyone else in my vicinity for that matter. That Andrew Wolnez feller, he made a conscious decision to do the things he did. And I made a conscious decision to only be mouthy when necessary. In a situation like that, though, you don't just keep your mouth shut. You can't. Yeah, I run my mouth knowing that I can't beat anybody up. I run my mouth knowing that I can't run away. Now, am I able to fight? Well, yeah. If I absolutely must, I can pull cheap tricks and hit people in places you shouldn't hit people. But I'm not willing to do that to win a fight. Also, not sure if you noticed, but yesterday, every time that guy wanted to be like that, what did I choose to do other than spray him in the face? I chose to record it and to speak up. I chose to give him just a little tiny bit of the equality. You gonna go accuse me of doing shit I didn't do? You don't get to whine like a mule when I do that back. However, I don't know if he did those things or not. I don't know if he's a killer. I never asked him. I'm not him. I don't know if he's a child molester or not. But I do know he wanted to come up to me and pretend like I was. And that's the problem with the United States of America. Lack of accountability. Nobody thinks that they should be held responsible, so we might as well just pawn it off on poor people. Specifically poor men. Oh, you can't date a poor man. Poor men are scrub. And scrub his man can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best pins ride, trying to holler at me. A lot of the girl power songs, they're not even girl power songs. They're man bashing songs. Women are 5 times more likely to be physical abusers of children. And over 30 times more likely to be the physical aggressor in a relationship. Yes, we have to be afraid of women. Now, those women who choose not to be like that, most of them are over 35. Sure, you throw away a lot of good friends because of some dreamy dude who's got money and a house and a nice car. 30 or 40 of those guys later, or even less, might only take 2 or 3, where you try to make an actual relationship out of being with a guy who doesn't give 2 fucks about you. Then you hit the wall. You hit 35 years of age. You start getting some wrinkles. You got a little pudginess in places that are unpopular. And all of a sudden you're angry because you're devalued as a human being. But then again, you don't stop to take a look at men. Our entire lives being devalued as human beings. I should have gotten something to eat instead of coffee. Over here, let's take a look at your mom's box. Oh, snail trail. Let me show this next to my index finger to show you how big this thing is. I'm literally almost touching it. The thing's huge. You spread the right slander and people ain't gonna listen. Not that they listen anyway to a man. Especially if he's broke. Especially if he's disabled. You tell the right slander and it makes it all okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. When you slander a man like that, you owe it to that man to put him in the ground. With Officer Lothman running around telling people all sorts of shit what ain't true. Well, I didn't just cite my sources, I recorded my sources. I still don't have a place that I can go that's safe for me. Without a friend or family member, it is unsafe for me to go to police. But you haven't learned that lesson yet. The homeless population is getting bigger. Crimes against the homeless and disabled are on the rise. Same with crimes against men. Here I am in Oregon. There's more pedophiles in this state per person than any other state in the union. You think they like me here? Oh no. Pedophiles sure as shit don't like people who will tell on them or empower others to do so. I made this channel with the intention of turning over everything on it to the police, to show evidence, and to plead for help. What did I get instead? Just bullied. Told that it's my fault that people victimize me because I record. Since I record, that magically makes it okay to break the law, doesn't it? If you start threatening my life at Safeway, and I start recording, then magically I'm a bad guy because I recorded, huh? Well, it's not illegal for me to record. It is illegal for you to assault me. It is illegal for you to threaten to kill me. Not that it matters. Nobody gives a shit. Now, for me, I could take out a lot of predators in this town the wrong way. I could probably hide out for a whole week and just pick off targets. You just got to pick your targets in the right order. Pick somebody nobody's going to miss. nobody's going to care about, or somebody that people will be glad is gone. I know the tactics. They've been used against me for years. They've been used against all homeless people for years. And how dare I speak up, right? How dare I say things like they really are?